on the track. Look more 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 on the track.
Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's Makai7 here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my new settings for Apex Legends Season 10 Emergence. Now, before we start this video, I just want to say thank you guys for so much support over the last couple of months, ever since I took a break from YouTube for over personal reasons, personal issues. But yeah, you guys have been sticking with me, sticking it out with me for the whole time, and I just want to say I appreciate you guys. We have 3,500 subscribers, which is so crazy. We're almost at 3,600. But yeah, just make sure you guys like the video and sub, and also follow my socials, which is at Makai7. Mainly follow my TikTok, because that's the main thing that I post, you know, Apex clips, funny videos of me just goofing around. So if you guys want to see that, just follow my TikTok at Makai7. And then also I just want to say, like the video, it would make me more motivated to put out videos like this. And then after we done all of that, we can get started with the settings. Alright, so now what I always do when I do a settings video for this channel, for this game, is that I always start from gameplay to controller to video and audio. That's why you guys will always see, you know, video chapters of where you want to see specifically. So if you don't really care about gameplay, video, or audio settings, you just here for the controller settings, just skip all the way to the controller part by, you know, using the time skip and go to that part. But for the people that, you know, barely plays this game and wants to be, you know, explained from top to bottom, that's why I always start from gameplay to audio, so I could just explain it to everyone one by one. So the first thing on the gameplay is interact prompt style, which is just compact. The reason why it's compact is because this is how it looks like when you look at items. See how there's not that much stuff in a way, but on default, if you have it on default, that's what most people have it on, you just have this big square that's just in the way sometimes, and you don't really need that at all. Like, the only thing that I think is you know, pretty usable for if you have it on default is that sometimes it will say, you know, that person needs something, that little logo. I am stuck. What the fuck? Alright, you guys, so some technical difficulties. It just put me back to the main menu, so I had to spawn all the way back over here. But yeah, like I was saying, if you have it on default, it just has this big square in the bottom, and the only thing useful for it is that it has like this little hand logo of saying that this teammate needs this item. So say if teammates needs light ammo, you can kind of see it on the top right corner of the square. But yeah, I just really ping everything, so that's why I have it on compact, so nothing could be in the way. It's just really cool to me, and it's, you know, not much stuff in my way. Alright, so now the next thing is button hints off. Now the reason why I have button hints on off is because the little buttons that you see, for example, let me turn it on so you can know what I'm talking about. So you see how, you know, LB to use my tactical smoke, or, you know, up D-pad if I want to use shields or health. You know, it's just telling you what buttons they are. Now if you're new to the game, I highly recommend you to have these button hints on. But if you're pretty experienced and you only here, you know, just to see my settings and my video settings, then just leave it on off, because you already have it all memorized of which button is which I finally, you know, got to that skill level of not needing to know what buttons to press for the tactical or the heals, or, you know, my ultimate. So that's why I have buttons on off. Next thing is crosshair damage feedback, which is off, and then damage numbers on stacking. Now you can have the crosshair damage on X if you want, you know, detail in the game, but if you just want to focus on skill level, then just have this crosshair damage feedback on off, and then put the damage numbers on stacking. Now the reason why you need it on off and stacking is because look how it looks like when you have it on you know, no crosshair and stacking. Just a clear visual view of how you can shoot enemies, nothing in the way at all. Now I sometimes put my crosshair damage on X just for detail, but you know, it could be in a way sometimes. It's not in a way when I'm up close, that's why I don't mind it. But the only times that it would be in my way is when I'm shooting from far distances. For example, if I shoot at this person, I can barely see anything at all, and my whole aim is messed up because the crosshair damage you know, logo is in the way. So that's when I realized the fact that forget detail and I'd rather have, you know, skill. So yeah, if you want to be skillful, have it on off, and then if you just want detail in the game, have it on, or just X. Next thing is ping opacity, which is faded, because if you have it on default, it's just a big color, you know, how do I tag? See, like that is faded, you won't see anything in the way. But if you have it on default, it's like really in a way, like look how solid that is. So say if there's an enemy right there and it's just solid, you can't see it at all, especially when saying enemies are there. So yeah, that's why I have it on, where is it at? That's why I have it on faded, because I can see everything behind the ping. Minimap rotation is off, because if you have it on, it's just weird the way that you walk and look at your map, because it would not match your walking or running you know, direction on the mini map. So that's why I have it on on off, not on. I really recommend you guys turn this off, because if you start this game, the default one is on, but just turn it off, it will look just like Fortnite maps and Call of Duty maps the way it moves. Weapon auto cycle on empty, which is on. Now this is the thing on muscle memory. This setting is based on muscle memory. Now basically what this setting means is that if you run out of ammo and you have your second gun, let me get a light ammo weapon. So if you have a light ammo weapon and a flatline, and the only ammo you have is on the, you know, light ammo, for example. So say my thing is on, right? So if I shoot this whole gun, it will automatically switch without me pressing Y or whatever button you have to switch weapons. Now this is really good if you don't press Y at all, knowing that you don't have any ammo, so you just leave it like that, because sometimes you'll forget. But if you have the muscle memory of you telling yourself to press Y every time you run out of ammo, then you could just press Y whenever. So for example, let me use this light ammo weapon. Alright, so yeah, so for example, you will see that it says press Y to cycle weapons. You will not see that button, you know, that piece of information on the front and your middle of the screen saying to press Y, because you have it on off. So yeah, you see I'm shooting right now and I can't press, it won't automatically switch. So that means if I had the muscle memory, I just switch automatically when I ran out of ammo. Auto sprint is on and double tap sprint is on off. Now the reason why you should have it on these specific settings is because it will make it way much easier to run and walk or whatever you're trying to do when you're trying to go to a fight, run away from a fight, disengage from a fight, or simply just run to your teammates or whatever you're trying to do. Now see, as soon as you move, you automatically start running. You don't have to do anything besides just move the left stick or whatever button you use to move your character. This is all you're doing, you automatically run. So this is really good when you're trying to loot and someone shoots at you and you can run away instead of trying to double click every time you want to run. That's why double tap to sprint is off every time. And the reason why auto sprint is on because even though the double tap to sprint is off, if you do not have auto sprint on, you will still have to click it once to run. That's why I have auto sprint on, so I won't have to do no extra stuff to try to play the game. Jetpack control, which is a new setting that they introduced in season 9. Now basically I do not know what this is, but I saw tons of TikToks and videos saying to have it on toggle instead of on hold. So whenever you're playing Valkyrie, just make sure you have this setting on toggle. Incoming damage feedback doesn't really matter. You can have it on 2D, 3D, or whatever. I have it on 3D. Another important settings right here, taking damage close to death box menu or crafting menu. Now if you don't know what this means, it basically means that if you go up to a crafting box and you're trying to shield swap or get ammo or whatever you need, heals, shields, it would basically, every time you take damage for someone, you would get out of the death box or the crafting menu, or the startup menu like this. And it's kind of annoying if you're trying to shield swap or get whatever you're trying to get into the death box. So that's why tons of tryhards and people that play this game for a while have this option on off. So make sure you have this on off when you start up this game. Hop up, pop up is on. Streamer mode, you don't really have to worry about any of this. That's why we're just gonna skip it all. I guess performance display, leave it on. That's what you mainly need. So now for the last part of the gameplay settings, which is accessibility, colorblind mode. Now this is really tricky. Now I know in season 10 they're going to introduce the new optics. I'm going to do a video on that when season 10 comes and show you guys the different optics, but for now everything is kind of messed up. It's not the way it used to be. So first thing I want to say is that if you are for real colorblind, so you got your reds and blues are mixed up, or your greens and yellows are mixed up, whatever, just have it on off and just put it on whatever that you're supposed to put it on. So if your eyes are used to protanopia, put it on protanopia. If your eyes used to this one, put it on this one. But yeah, just don't put it on anything unless you know which is which, or you're gonna get messed up in the game. Now for the people that want to use colorblind mode to make their game look better, I recommend you using tritanopia at all times. Now I'm going to show you a before and after. So right now let's put it colorblind mode on off. Now this is what everything looks like when you put it on off. You can see how everything looks like just regular colors, but you can see that the red shield doesn't look red. It looks like a lava orangish color. This purple looks kind of a darkish purple. It doesn't look light at all, and this blue looks really dark as well. Everything just looks dark, and it looks alright, but it could look so much better if you have it on tritanopia. Now this is how the game looks like in tritanopia. You can see how the red evo shield looks for real red, purple is bright, blue is bright, everything looks bright and colorful and vibrant, and that's why I have it on tritanopia. Now I used to have it on this option right here. I don't know how to pronounce it. Now the reason why I have it on this one, I also like this option too, is because if you have a gun with the, let me get the SMG real quick. If you have the gun with this gold optic, the digital threat, everything will appear blue. Now I really like this colorblind settings because I can see in the storm when I have this optic, and nothing is red at all, because when I have this optic, the enemies will appear blue, and it's really easy to aim at them and shoot at them when they're in the ring, or outside the ring I mean. And also if you choose I don't want to lose, if you choose Bloodhound, let's try to get this ultimate real quick. I'm gonna go over there and activate it. Alright, so now if you have this colorblind setting on, doer whatever, however you say it, on the second option, your Bloodhound visuals will also turn out blue as well. So it only turns out blue if you activate your ultimate. So see how everything is blue, and it looks even better than before when all you saw was red. Now I highly recommend this to have this on this colorblind setting if you main Bloodhound, because it helped me a lot when I saw everybody blue in my ultimate, and also using my digital threat and seeing everybody blue. It's just really helpful, and yeah, I recommend you having this on this colorblind setting if you want to be more skillful instead of having your game look better. Alright, next part, which is the subtitles. You can have it on and off, doesn't really matter, but the reason why I have it on is just because sometimes I don't pay attention to what the legends say, or whenever someone pings something to me and whatever my legend try to tell myself saying enemies are close by, I like to read what is on screen instead of hearing. My ears is just whack, I guess. That's why I have this setting on, and then you don't really have to worry about subtitle size or any of these few settings right here. Now finally on to the main event, which is the controller settings, the one that you guys been waiting for the longest, or for the people that just skipped ahead, hello, nice to meet you again. But yeah, so we're gonna start from top to bottom which is button layout. Button layout, I have it on default, but I heard tons of people have it on ninja just because it's better for them to you know, crouch spam and move like some PC players out there. But I'm not at that skill level yet, but sooner or later I will get to that. But if you're just a regular player that use claw or whatever, you know, people be using default ninja or the button puncher, but I just choose default. Stick layout is on default. Interact reload button is on tap to use and reload, because if you have it on tap to use, hold to reload, like it's really confusing for the people that just want to just hurry up and press X to do everything. I heard that there's a lot of ways to do if you have it on tap to use and hold to reload, because you could stay behind a door and reload your weapon while not trying to open the door, because you know that happens to a lot of controller players trying to reload or do anything with the X button, and it's just open doors or crates. But yeah, that's just another, you know, tip if you want to be more skillful, but I just have it on tap to use and reload. Crouch button is on toggle instead of hold. Now you want to have this option on hold. The only reason why I have it on toggle is just because I'm not used to hold yet, but the reason why you should have it on hold is because look how fast you can crouch spam. I'm going to put this on third person so you can see how fast that I crouch spam. Let's just go over there and switch this into third person. Alright, so now this is how it looks like in third person view when you have this setting on crouch button hold, and you can see how fast you crouch spam when standing stationary. And say that you're in a 1v1 fight and you just want to be one of those people that just crouch spam the hell out of the B button and, you know, be that one better person. Now some people say that crouch spamming is not the move anymore because it just makes it like easier headshots, but it definitely gets the person's point of view. You know, when they try to aim at you, it's really hard for them to even try to get a bullet to you. But yeah, that's how it looks like. Like, look how fast that I just get the person. I mean, it's only fast to the third person, but just look how fast that you crouch spam when you have it on hold than having it on toggle, because this is how it looks like when you try to crouch spam on toggle. Let me just reload the gun real quick. It's a minor difference when you have it on toggle, but hold is way faster. Just look how it is when you have it on hold. It's just way better if you have it on hold and you just keep spamming the hell out of B. Really hard for them to shoot at you if you have it on hold, but like I said, people said it's not the move anymore to have it on hold, because it's not the move to crouch spam anymore. It's just easier target to you if you crouch spam the hell out of this game. Aim button is on hold because while we have it on toggle. Survival slot button is on off because I have it on off because I have 5 heirlooms in this game and I like to, you know, flip my heirloom all the time, you know, spam my heirloom all the time. Now I'm gonna go back to first person view so I can just show you how, you know, I spam the hell out of my heirloom. So let's just go do that real quick. Alright, so now if you have the survival slot button on off and you have an heirloom, this is what it looks like every time I can spam this shit out of my heirloom. Now for you guys to see a better view of it, let's just go to the race kunai, for example. This is what people you always see the tryhards do, just spam the hell out of their kunai, and it just looks really cool just spamming your heirloom because, you know, you deserved it. You spend lots of money on this heirloom, so you want to just keep showing it out to the people that is spectating you or watching you play this game. Now, in order to spam inspect, because some people don't know how to, all you gotta do is just hold the left D-pad, but don't hold it too long. You gotta like sort of hold tap it. So this is all you gotta do is just hold tap it every time, left D-pad, and there you go. You're, you know, spamming it. Now onto trigger dead zones. You if it's on default for some people, but I have it on none. It is way better to shoot and aim at people because the trigger dead zone basically means of how much you put pressure on the trigger to shoot, and that's why you should leave it on none, because if you have it on none, that means any type of pressure will, you know, hit people or shoot people just like that. But if you have it on default, it's like a sort of delay and you got to put even more pressure to activate the trigger. So that's why I have it on none, because I want to shoot and hit people at all times with maximum efficiency. Menu cursor speed, another thing that is important to the game, it is how fast you move this cursor. So that's why I recommend you guys having it on this speed, because it's just right to armor swap or go to the crafting menu or whatever you're trying to do, because it's fast enough for you to play and get into the game. So yeah, make sure you guys have the menu cursor speed on this amount of speed. Now onto the main part of this video that you guys been waiting for. Finally, we're so deep into this video. I'm gonna have to hurry up and try to end it because this is taking too long. But yeah, so for people that just started on this game and don't want to use ALC settings, the perfect settings for you is 6 and 5. Make sure you have it on 6 and 5 because that is perfect. It is just amount of speed and slowliness to aim people. It is perfect. Now for the people that are done with the regular settings, this is what you should have on for your advanced look controls, the ALC. Here it is right here. Now I'm not going to explain it one by one. I'm just going to give you guys enough time to copy it down, or you guys can just pause the video, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, here it is right here. Just copy it down. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds. And now here's the other part right here. Here's the other half. If I'm going too fast, just rewind it and go back and pause it. I got you guys right here. A lot of time for you guys to look at these settings. But yeah, those are my cool settings. Now these settings are not like, you know, movement type of settings. It's like just enough type of speed to move, but these settings are most importantly on no recoil at all. I need more ammo. But yeah, these settings is for just no recoil and to help out with your aim and be a laser beam. That's how I got that 20 bomb and 5k damage game with Loba. It's because of these settings of how I aim every time I see a person. It's a beam every time. Yeah, that's why I have it on these settings. It will help you guys a lot if you have it on this. Just look how much where's the person over there? Oh, it don't matter. But just look how much I'm doing without any stocks or stabilizer. It's a straight laser beam every time I aim, and it involves a lot of practice because, as you know, whatever settings help you the most is what you should have it on. But this is just a starter for people that don't know what to start first. But yeah, it will help you beam a lot of people. Alright, video settings. Now I was gonna go into much detail on these, but I am running out of time. I am way too deep in this video. So basically this is what the brightness is on. It's just enough brightness that I need, and also my monitor settings brightness is just the amount I have to, like, you know, for the video game. So yeah, here it is right here. FOV, have it between 92 and max. I have it on 108 because it's just right for me. You do not want it to have, well, I'm messing it up right here. Discard. You do not want this game to be at default. This is what it looks like if you have it on default. You can't see anything at all. Just look how it looks like. How are you gonna see from your left to right? Like, the only good thing about this FOV is that you can aim, I guess, when you see people from far away, like this close. That's the only reason why this will be good. But personally, I do not like low FOV, so please have it on at least 92 to 110. I have it on 1.8. FOV ability scaling is basically a new setting that they put in this game. It's just basically if you're a Bloodhound or an Octane, and every time you do your tactical or your ultimate for Bloodhound, it will change your FOV to slightly higher, just so you know you can feel in the game. Everybody has this on disable because they know that it messes up their game when they try to aim at people or do whatever with their gun. So that's why they have it on disabled. Best thing that I ever put in the settings. And then sprint view shake is minimal, not normal. And now for the last thing, my audio settings. You guys don't have to worry about this, but if you guys want to copy down my volume settings, here it is right here. Go ahead. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for looking at my video, clicking this video and watching this video. I hope you guys watched all the way to the end instead of just skipping to the the ALC settings and just going on to your day. I really put a lot of time and effort in these videos to give to you guys and make sure that you guys get better at this game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.
You win. Perfect.